85% of what you do, anybody can do. I mean, attending meetings, answering phone calls, answering email, anybody can do 85% of what we do. Now, 10% of what we do, somebody with some modicum of training can do, whether it be accounting or leading a meeting or teaching a class. If you're trained, basically anybody can do those things. But there's 5% of what you do nobody else can do. I call that your last 5%. You see, no one else but me can be a husband to my wife, Anna. No one but me can be a father to my children. Just no one else. Only I can keep myself healthy. Only I can keep myself inspired or motivated. I can't delegate that out to somebody else. Only I can keep my growth or my faith jubilant and growing and exuberant and constantly changing for the better and optimizing my own heart towards the Lord. Only I can do that. Those things make up your last 5%. And in the end, if you think about it, that's exactly what God's going to hold us accountable for. Our last 5%. A lot of the other things we can delegate. And I'm sure there's a lot you've got to do, but a lot of times we have a tendency to forget the last 5% and we throw ourselves into the first 85%. Because that's fun, that's easy, we all like to do that. And then we get involved, we throw ourselves into the next 10% and we forget that 5%. So what happens is there's a hollow core on the inside of us. There's something that's shallow there. And we keep running, but we run on empty. We continue to love people, sort of, but there's a shallowness that's starting to develop. The last 5% is absolutely critical. I want to encourage you to take some time to find out what your last 5% might be. What are those things that are most important to you, more than anything else, and only you can do? I would encourage you to write those things down. Put it in your calendar and keep it staring at you in the face every day. Because if you will invest a little bit, even 10 minutes a day, towards each of those things that are most important, after a year, there will be a depth, there will be a sense of stability, there will be a fortitude, there will be a confidence that you will build that nothing else can build. Write those down. Then you'll know if you're missing it. You see, no one goes out and shoots baskets without a basket, without a hoop. And no one runs a race, bang, and they take off and there's no finish line. Just run, run. But a lot of us live that way. We run without any sense of direction. When you write down your last 5%, it gives you direction. It gives you the hoop that you're shooting for. And if you make it, you know it. If you miss, you know it. But if you don't write these things down, you don't know if you made the basket or missed it. You're just shooting basketballs in the air. You're running in every direction, hoping that it's the right one. Write down what your last 5% will be. Put it in your calendar and invest in it every single day. And when you do, at the end of this year, it'll be a great year. You'll feel it in your heart and you'll know that you're doing well. It gives you great confidence, a confidence that nothing else can give.